Hey, girlfriend, you know who you are. You have big, big dreams. You want to write a book, stand on a TED Talk stage, be a life coach offering wisdom from your RV in Montana, a cafe in Barcelona, or a beach chair in Tulum. Your other girlfriends and your family, they don't always get your biz savvy. Why do you want to leave your JOB? Because you're a C.A.T.S, aka coach, author, thought leader, and speaker. Meet other change makers like yourself and find out how they make it happen. This is the Big Meow podcast.
Hi, girlfriends. It's Kristen, and I'm here with Mary DeYon. Hi, Mary.
How you doing? I love the ears.
Well, of course, it's the Big Meow. So, Mary, one of the things I just love about you is you embody something that I call having the wild card project in your life. You decided to start writing for TV, at a later time. Tell me all about that.
Well, it was so much fun, and I had help, with the producer and other creative people to help pull these stories out of me. But you have so many, and I've always been interested in interrelationships of people, and especially women. All of our foibles trying, with this codependency thing that we do. But when you would watch it on TV, you'd go, oh, yeah, that's me, and how stupid. You just learn, I think, from TV so much, especially about, creating the conflict among people, and most of it just came from real life.
I'm telling you, real life is definitely stranger than fiction, and it's funnier than fiction too.
Much funnier. Yeah. And it's made me a much better writer. Like when I was writing this latest program, it made me a much better writer, as far as really telling the story, I guess, rather than, kind of just analyzing things was good.
So, I think that when we have creativity in our lives, like this big creative project that we're really not sure where it's going to go because there's no guarantees with the entertainment industry, but it does, like you said, it helps you in other areas. What are the other things that happen when you pursue, something that's just deeply creative?
Well, I think the thing of it is I put off so much of my life, until I lost weight. You know what I mean? Oh my God, I can't be out there Hollywood. Oh my God, I'm too fat. Just stupid things that I put off in my life. But once you start the creative thing and it takes you to a different world. It's a whole different ballgame than just grinding out day-to-day stuff. But, you follow your intuition more, definitely, in every
I do
way.
think it gets you out of your own way.
Yes, it does. And it gives you something else to think about rather than flipping on the news and getting obsessed.
None of us ever do that.
Mhm.
So your other business is hypnosis.
Right.
So how does hypnosis work for people who have what kind of challenges that they want to resolve?
Well, most of them come to me for weight loss,
Mhm.
and then there's a lot of other things that come to me for, as I've been a coach for over 10 years. It's been where you get stuck in life. A lot of them are in their mid-40s. They're stuck. They're looking for their true life purpose. But no matter what I worked on with anxiety, it didn't really matter what I was working on. They always said, can you put in something for weight loss there too? And so that's why I went to
My anxiety and my fat.
and my fat, right? But really, your fat is the spiritual journey. You really get more in touch with yourself from that, because it's your ego not looking good enough in the world. You have to get over not being good enough and all those things. So it's been really, I've been a lifelong self-fat shamer. Will I ever be thin enough? No, I won't. But getting on with your life. And that's why I call it your wait is over, and so there's different
That's
parts
cute.
to it. I'm putting it out. And the best things, body acceptance, accept where you are. Your body's been through hell. It's had kids, for God's sake, and all the stresses you've gone through in life, appreciating it, and then tapping into your intuition. And how does your body want to eat today? How does you want to move? And then you get into an exercise thing that you look forward to doing because your body is craving it and it wants to do it. So all this is based on intuition, basically, and really getting the body, mind, spirit involved.
I have definitely been on that weight loss journey. We have talked about this before, and it's so interesting for me is it's this whole idea of, okay, I said this to my husband the other day. I said, I am not a cut something out of my life kind of person. I'm an add something person. So it's like I have to add exercise because cutting things out is just, it's not my, I don't know. It's really hard for me to cut things out. So when I do these things that are super restrictive, like, I don't really like that, and I don't have a lot of vices, but I love to, have half and half in the morning and like a glass of wine at the end of the day. And I don't want to give those up, right?
Why
Like they're
not?
not going anywhere,
Why not?
but I know, but that's what I'm saying. So like this whole thing around weight loss and the big universe journey. I mean, I guess I'm like on, the hero's journey with Joseph Campbell. I'm
Yes.
not quite sure if I will ever arrive back to
And you
where I need to
probably
be.
won't, because we have
Right.
this idea in our head of what they say we should be like. But
Right.
we're not all like that. And you know that better than anybody with all the things that you've done in your life, for God's sake. So why are we letting that number on the scale dictate our life and how we feel about ourselves? So it's huge. The tapping into your intuition is really interesting. Some days my body wants a hot dog. Some days, and a lot of times it wants chocolate. And have you ever noticed if you don't go ahead and have the chocolate, you're eating some non-fat crap that, doesn't satisfy you. But what
Oh,
if you were really conscious and you ate the chocolate and a couple bites and you just felt great? My whole thing is you have to feel good every day. And I'm healthier than I've ever been in my life. And I just turned 71.
I know you look fabulous. It's
So
funny. I was talking to my husband the other day and we were doing this one diet protocol and I'm like, they were these powder packets. I'm like, I feel like we're on the spaceship, right? We're like doing these dehydrated soups. I'm like ground
dang,
control to Major Tom, like eating these ridiculous, and we're trying to doctor them up. And I'm like, these are just awful. And then and then when you go to put the bowl in the sink, there's this whole paste around the bowl because it's just so full of these like fillers to make you not feel hungry. And I'm like, how can this be good for you? Like, it just, I don't know. It's like, I think the whole weight loss diet industry is just completely bonkers. And
it
it's
is.
just interesting the journeys that we go on,
Right. Yeah. And eat real food. I mean, what's wrong with
Right.
eating real
I
food? You know
know.
what I mean? Really, there's a lot out there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know. It did occur to me that I was like, this is completely absurd. But then, you spend hundreds of dollars on it for a month. So then you feel compelled to use it, even though you
You
can't
have to do
stand
it.
it.
I know.
I know I was talking to somebody recently and they're like, well, you can get a 1-year supply. I'm like, I don't want a 1-year supply of anything. I have plastic tubs in my pantry of 1-year supplies of things with names that I don't even recognize what the name is. And it's like, okay, this is expiring. Damn, there goes couple $100, couple $100. So, I mean, there's a graveyard of, 1-year supplies. So I'm not
Yes,
that ambitious anymore. I'm like, can I try it for about a week?
I know. But if it's fake, how long is your body really going to like it?
Well, some don't seem as fake as others. Okay. But I'm
Right.
just saying, it's just kind of funny. Like,
That's
everyone
true.
wants to get you on board with the big commitment, but I do think at the end of the day, it is a mindset shift. I mean, so what's your mindset around all of this?
I think the body acceptance, and people say, I can't accept my body where it is right now. Okay, great. Then you tap into your intuition. Your intuition will lead you to a diet where maybe it's strict and you can lose 20 pounds. And then you start feeling good enough about yourself that you can listen to your intuition. But they always say, if I listen to my intuition, I'll be laying on the couch all day eating, chips and pizza and
Not true
ice
though.
cream. But it's not true. They think if they leave it up to their intuition, that's what will happen, but it won't.
We're all just going to go off the rails.
Yeah, just go crazy. Yeah. But once you
I
start
know.
really, your body will want a salad, in there, or you
Right.
want certain
No.
things. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't just suddenly start eating like a crazy person, but I do think that it is the mindset. I would
Yes.
agree with that.
But also I have a test in there. I made up this quiz of what kind of dieter are you? Because some people like that measuring stuff, and counting points, like Weight Watchers, and that's great if that works for them. But you're like I am, I want to live. I want to enjoy my life. I don't want this strict rules, so.
One of the things that I've realized about like weight loss is I don't want a weight loss coach.
No,
I can't stand them.
I know.
Did you get on the scale today? How you doing?
Yes,
You got this. It's like, F
that's
off.
where that's
You
where
know?
mine is different though. You're the one making the plan, you're the one
Right.
deciding what we're going to do all the time. But my coaching part of it is really the hypnosis sessions where we dig
Yeah.
into the cause of overeating and the emotional stuff. and help you get into your, and the program includes a lot of hypnosis tapes, like connecting to your inner GPS, I call it, so because if your subconscious is not on board, you're never going to lose weight, because the willpower thing, how that doesn't work for
Oh
long.
my God, for sure.
Yeah.
I do love hypnosis. A long time ago, back when I was in college, I used to be a smoker, and, everyone's a smoker then. And so I used hypnosis, and that's how I quit. And it actually, there wasn't like online programming, not to date myself, but we didn't have phones in our hands or anything, but I went and had 2 sessions in person with a hypnotherapist, and I never smoked again.
Yeah.
And I was a fiend. Like, I loved to smoke.
I did too.
Like,
I was
smoke
good
like
at
a
it.
pack a day. So, I went, that cold turkey just stopped, and never really have wanted it again. And so I do know that hypnosis can be extremely powerful.
Yeah, it really is. It's great.
So what's next for you?
What's next for me? I want to work more on more programs that help people listen to their intuition, because I think one of the most important things for me in my business over the last 10 years has been when I really listened to my intuition, instead of what the guru said, the next fraud, kind of thing I needed for my business, or this or that, and now we have all this AI stuff, and you just got to follow your intuition, to what is the next step, instead of thinking, oh, I'm going to be behind the curve if I don't do this or this, so calming myself down and, that kind of thing. Listening to intuition, I'd really like to attack the money issue, because no matter how much you could have $100,000 in the bank and think you're poor. You could have, income coming in steady, maybe even a retirement thing at, 60,000 a year, and think you're poor, and by some standards, maybe you would be, but other people would envy that. So when do we feel comfortable being our own weight and being happy with the money we have right now?
That's a big question, Mary.
I know.
That's a huge question. We could talk for hours about that alone, but so where can we find you?
MaryDeYon.com. It's MaryDeyon.com. And then scroll down the page to the body acceptance, and there's a free hypnosis thing on there where you get in touch with your own body. It's not long, 20 minutes. Just kind of get you in touch with yourself and thanking yourself for all it's been through, all you put it through.
Yeah, 3 babies.
I know. It's incredible.
It's amazing. Mary, thanks for being on the Big Meow.
It was fun. I'll see you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Big Meow podcast, sponsored by C.A.T.S Network. If you liked what you heard, please take a moment to subscribe and share this podcast with your friends. You can also join our network filled with positivity and possibility. Visit www.catsnetworking.com to join us and learn more, together with your magical, motivated, and mystical new friends at C.A.T.S Network. Let's transform 1 million lives with your message. Are you feeling isolated, sitting at home in your PJs? Or perhaps you're tired of the comfy sweatpants with holes in them that are hidden just below the camera? I mean, you could puke at the thought of another day of Zoom meetings and reporting to your BOSS. Do you want freedom from your home office desk or the office cubicle? Do you want freedom from your current career? Or are you frustrated that your online biz dreams are going nowhere? It's all too overwhelming. Where do you start? All the tech, the choices, and your message. Yep, I said your message, your brand, your voice. What is it? Do you even know what that means? Do you need a biz coach but don't want to invest the big bucks? Let's face it, being a solopreneur is lonely, but you don't have to do it alone. And here's a solution. Join C.A.T.S Network. C.A.T.S Network is a woman-only membership community exclusively available to you, the life coach or executive coach, the author, the thought leader, or the public speaker. If you identify with this list or want to work on adding some of these to your skill set, C.A.T.S is the place for you. Check us out at www.catsnetworking.com. That's C.A.T.S networking.com. Because let's face it, cats are better together.